Good morning, paleo keepers, and welcome back to Prehistoric Kingdom. Today we are going to be talking about update 18. Now, a while ago on my socials I asked what creatures do you think could be coming in this update. Now you may be asking, but biology, why are we talking about update 18? We've got a fair few updates before then, and the main reason why I'm talking about it is because I'm kind of intrigued and slightly excited about it. Now we have 2 piscivores, 1 meat eater, a brand new wetland map, which that's the main bit I'm really excited for, as well as a new staff type being engineers. As you can see in the background, I am making an enclosure, and this enclosure is going to be for the Spinosaurus, which, you know, if you didn't know, lived in a wetland-like area. So I feel like it would be quite suitable, and also when the wetland map comes out, I feel like this would fit in really well. So I try and make like a wetland-style enclosure, but keeping it somewhat small, so it feels believable, like in a zoo in a sense. But anyways, going to that wetland map, I'm going to be intrigued to how it looks right off the bat. Is it going to be something where it's like loads and loads of water with like pockets of islands and then like loads of trees knocking around of it, or is it going to look more like a marshland, or will they do like a big dry area to one end of the map which then follows a river into a estuary area which then builds into those wetlands? I'm kind of intrigued at how they're going to like showcase this, and if it's anything to go from the other maps, it's going to be really cool to see. Now, let's go on to animals that could be coming in this update. We have 2 piscivores and 1 meat eater. Now, I put the question out there to the community, what would they expect to see, or what would they like to see in this update? Now, I'm going to start off with mammals. We didn't have too many people saying what mammals they'd like to say. I think we only actually had the 1 mammal. So I'm going to start off with the animal I would like to see, and that is an Hydriodon. Now this was first discovered in Ethiopia, but you can now find it as well in Africa, Europe, Pakistan and India. This was basically a giant otter, which weighed in around 200 kilograms, which is 440 pounds give or take, which is comparable to basically a modern day lion, and it's the largest otter we've ever discovered. I feel like this would be a really incredible animal to showcase in the game. I'd be very different and shocking to a lot of people knowing that there was an otter out there that was this big. So the animal that the community wanted was Ambulocetus, which means walking whale. Now this creature was roughly 3 meters long, which is about 10 to 11 feet, and it weighed in roughly around 250 kilograms, which is somewhere in the realms of 550 pounds. Now this creature would have inhabited like coastline regions as well as freshwater and brackish environments, which would very much suit a marshland, wetlands kind of feel, which would be really cool to see if this was a creature added in the update, because it could again have some very interesting swimming animations using that ability that we have in this game of swimming animals, and it would look really cool seeing them sort of like dive under, and definitely would be a great fit. So, something that came up an awful lot was Deinosuchus, which means terrible crocodile. Now, itself was actually an alligatoroid crocodilian, which means it was more closely related to caiman and alligators. Now, this creature was absolutely huge. It was about 10 meters long, which is it's a really long creature, and it's also been estimated that it could have quite easily gone up to about like 12 meters, which is a little bit more, and would weigh around 10 tons. That's a very heavy creature, and the best thing as well, Nigel Marvin has come across this creature before in Prehistoric Park.
It's gone leapt out there. The Kaprosuchus is being dragged back.
So I feel like it would be an absolutely great fit to the game, something that is really cool, and also will fill that niche. Not many park builder games literally have any prehistoric crocs in them, or crocs I say, or alligatoroids, whatever you'd like to say, but I'm just going to say crocodile because it is the terrible crocodile. And like I said, it's not many games that actually have that in. Last time I saw this creature in a park builder which wasn't modded was Zoo Tycoon 2, so that was some time ago, and something I would definitely love to see in the game. So another big request that I see all over the comments was Ostriaptor. Now this creature's name translates to southern thief and is roughly in the realms of 5 to 6 meters in length, that being 16 to 20 feet, and somewhere in the realms of 400 kilograms, and that being roughly around 700 pounds. Now this little dromaeosaur was basically a fish-eating dinosaur. It was well suited to be grasping slippery prey with its lacant serrations, which is really cool, and you would have known this creature would have lived anywhere in the realms of wetlands as well as rivers where it would have found its prey, and generally this would be a very cool creature to see added to the game, because I don't think I've ever seen this in any games straight up yet, so it'd be quite nice to see it. And I just know Prehistoric Kingdom devs would do a great job for this creature. So this critter also appeared all across my videos and was highly requested, that being the Baryonyx, which name means heavy claw. Now it is roughly anywhere between 7 to 10 meters long, which is roughly around 24 to 33 feet, and weighed about 1,100 kilograms, which is somewhere in the realms of 2,400 pounds. Now this creature wasn't exclusively a fish eater. We do know it hunted small dinosaurs and lizards and things like this, a bit like the small iguanodons, the babies, the juveniles, whatever you want to call them. And it would be a really cool animal to see. Obviously it did have a fishy diet like most Spinosaurids did, and would just look really cool. And it'd be nice to have a paleo accurate Baryonyx, because if you've played like Jurassic World Evolution 2, you know that is the Fallen Kingdom style Baryonyx, which it looks cool, but it's not what a Baryonyx looks like, so it would be nice to have this very realistic looking Baryonyx. So last but least, we're going with Kaprosuchus, which name means boar crocodile. Now this crocodiliomorph is roughly around 6 meters long, that being 20 feet, and somewhere in the realms of 900 kilograms to about 2,000 pounds. And this really cool creature had like a mixed diet. It would have hunted terrestrial as well in aquatic environments, and generally is just a cool looking creature. You'll probably know this as a pain in the backside kind of creature, especially if you were an Ark player, but it would definitely be cool to see a paleo accurate version within Prehistoric Kingdom. Now that is it from me. There was a lot more cool animals that were also requested, and no doubt you'll probably come up with even more in the comments what you would like to see in the Wetlands update, which is something I'm excited for. So let me know, are you excited for the Wetlands update, and what do you think we might see as creatures that are going to be added to it? As always, thank you for watching. Until next time, I'll see you later.
What's your story? What?